Warm welcome back to Hardingford Berry Park. Teams back out on the pitch for the second half here. And the half-time score, Hertford 1, Harlow 0. Goal coming from Sam Fanian from the penalty spot after 39 minutes. Elsewhere with our teams in East Herts territory, 0-0 Welling Garden City against Tame United in the Southern League. Hoddesdon 2-0 down against Woodford Town in the FA Vars, and we're trailing 2-1 at home to Uxbridge, having taken the lead through Dan Ruman's. Got the crowd here as well, which is maybe this is a reaction to the 1499 scandal. 305 in the park this afternoon to watch this one, which is great attendance, particularly in the time of COVID and all that. So more power to everybody that's attended here this afternoon to see some real football. If you're just joining us for the first time, it's 90 minutes live, which you'll find us following East Herts football every Saturday. Substitution, I think, about to be made there because the linesman's got the flag up on that far side. Not quite sure who's going to come on or who's gone off. We'll see if we can work that one out. But there is going to be a change for Harlow right at the beginning of this second half. Forced into that change in the first half. Warren Kayembe was forced to come off, and Kone Aziz came on in his place. We've got another substitute coming on here. I've got plenty of injury worries, as David Collis and his team. So they hope they haven't got another one. We'll do without that, but subs coming on. And so a change at the beginning of this second half for Harlow Town. Let's wait for the substitute to turn around and show us his number. It's the number 12, Jake Nicholas, who comes on to play wide on this right-hand side. Let you know who's gone off when we work out the numbers here as game about to restart. And referee not happy with that particular restart. And Harlow do get us back underway, kicking from left to right. So I think it's Menga who's the player that's gone off. And suddenly there's been a flying challenge on that far side on Ben Hurd. And the referee has got an immediate decision to be made right at the beginning of this second half. It is in fact Lehru Menga, who is the man who's gone off. Jake Nicholas has come on, and Hertford's manager is requiring some treatment from the physio on the far side. Referee is going over just to he's having a little bit of word with Isaac Pedro. I think Aziz Kone is the Kone Aziz rather is the player that was involved. Cyrus Gordon's over there as well. Referee having a word, and looks like he's going to be producing a card here. Ben Hurd's he's sitting up anyway, still looking at the damage. The referee's written the name in the book. He's about to produce the card, and it's going to be a yellow one by the look of it. So Kone Aziz goes into the referee's notebook very early on in this second period. Ben Hurd still struggling to get to his feet. Let's give you the Hertford line-up. One change from that team that lost 1-0 at Staines. Luke Mewett in goal. Ben Hurd at right back. Josh Bryant at left. Chris Gosling and Harvey Gardner, the central defenders. Centre of midfield is where that change is. No Brandy Makuendi. Paul Symes comes in for him to join Isaac Pedro. Jack Dev on one side, Ogbonna on the other. Luke Geimer in support of Sam Fanian as game restarts. And here is Sam Fanian with the ball. Goes across the halfway line under challenge from Marcus Marku. Jagdev, quick feet again on that far side from the number 7. Tries to send Geimer in, but Atkinson will put it all the way back to his goalkeeper, Rob Budd. Give it a Harlow line-up when we get a break in play. We've had a couple of substitutions to a team that showed one change from the team that lost 3-2 at home to Chipstead on Tuesday night just gone. Harvey Gardner to his left for Chris Gosling. Gosling, long ball far side, picks out Ben Hurd. Hertford certainly persisting in liking to play it out from the back. You've got to applaud that. as Gardner finds Ben Hurd again on that far side. Ben returns the compliment. Gardner's got Gosling making space, but decides to go right instead of left. Pushes it forward for Geimer. Geimer gets pulled down by Elsom. And free kick, well, Isaac Pedro wanted to take it quickly, but Cyrus Gordon thought otherwise. And so Hertford will take their time about it this time. Ben Hurd will take it. Those black clouds are back with us over on that far side, despite the fact the sun's still shining. As Ben nips it forward for Chris Gosling. Gosling down the line for Jagdev. Jagdev turns around his man and he's fouled in doing so, I think. The ball went out. I'm not quite sure the referee's given the free kick or a throw in here. We'll have to wait and see. But Mark Sinfield collects the ball on that far side, and I think it is going to be a free kick by the look of it. Ben's just checking with the referee. So none of the two central defenders are both staying at home as Ben takes the free kick down for Jagdev. Jagdev turns inside his man again to the edge of the area. Fanian looks to bring in Ben Hurd, but Kona Aziz does well to sort that out. Puts it into the Hertford dugout. Hertford subs, by the way: Kit Brown, Ben Wayman, Nathan Fuma, Pius Memiadas and Dane Batt. So some attacking options there, particularly Kit Brown and Ben Wayman, as Ben Hurd gets the ball down the line to Jagdev. Hurd again further down the line. Fanian's in there. Fanian looking to put the ball across, but Atkinson, who's policed his man well, but does it this time at the expense of a corner. Hertford's fourth of the afternoon, which will be taken over on that far side of the field. Luke Geimer goes over on corner duty as Chris Gosling and Harvey Gardner come up from the back. Harlow have pulled everybody back to midway, at least midway inside the Hertford half. Geimer shields his eyes from the sun, puts one hand in the air, prepares to take the kick with the right boot. Luke Geimer's kick falls in. Oh, Simon's nearly got the header inside, but Marcoux manages to clear it away on that far side. Throw into Hertford. The first half starting rather like the second. Hertford in the Harlow territory. As Geimer wins another. Well, he thought he'd won a corner, but in the end it rebounded off him and went over for a goal kick. So can give you that Harlow lineup, because I tell you, Sheffield United reserves are now 4 up against Welwyn Garden City's under-23s in the Arts Senior County League. Harlow have got Rod Budd in goal, Chris Bourne, Jack McQueen, Tristan Francois Vermeil, Hugo Atkinson, Ross Elman, Marcus Marcoux. Our break here as Nicholas comes forward, the substitute wearing 12, puts it to the back post, headed in, it's Giamfi, and it's been smuggled into the back of the net, but a flag goes up for offside. Well, it was Giamfi who managed to smuggle it into the net, but it won't count. So the linesman's flag goes up on this near side for offside, and that's certainly the closest that the visitors have got so far. As Mewett restarts. So, and I'll restart that lineup for you in a minute. As Chris Gosling comes forward, puts the ball down the line for Bryant. Bryant still going. Good control by Josh Bryant's got Ogbonna in down this left-hand side. Ogbonna drifts in field, finds Geimer. Geimer looking for Pedro, but in the end it's Aziz Kone who sorts it out. But good work by Paul Symes in midfield. Stops Harlow going forward, and Hertford got it back again with Jagdev over on that far side. He's outnumbered over there, diminutive number 7, but still managed to win his side a throw in. Continue Ware Sports Reserves 3, Oxy Jets 2. Cup football for those two sides this afternoon. Luke Geimer's gone down, which is a little bit of a worry as far as Hertford concerned. So that Harlow lineup: Rob Budd in goal, Chris Bourne, Jack McQueen, Tristan Francois Vermeil and Hugo Atkinson are the back four. Ross Elsom and Cyrus Gordon, the central midfield players. Had a couple of changes as well. Marcus Marcoux and Christian Giamfi have remained on from the start, and the two substitutes have come on: Jake Nicholas and Kone Aziz. So that's their lineup. The remaining Harlow substitutes: Anthony Papadopoulos and Dylan Gordon, as Luke Geimer is still receiving attention. as Harlow fans appear to have to make their presence felt at the stable end. Some more scores coming in. Roydon 2, Brentwood United 4 in the Essex Junior Cup. So things not going Roydon's way this season. A very good season last year when it all came to a close, but not so good this year. Well, Luke Guyman's back up, which is good to see. Just checking with the referee. He's going to have to go off on that far side. Harlow fans then trying to get their side going. Hertford lead here by a goal to nil. Here's Isaac Pedro. Pedro, though, bundled off the ball by Cyrus Gordon. Pushed it forward for Giampfi, but not for the first time. Paul Symes does some useful work in midfield, and Hertford win themselves a free kick as Chris Gosling hits the deck. Hertford will have a free kick. Football to come, of course, on 90 Minutes Live. We're here again Tuesday night. Hertford against Waltham Abbey, who are going well at the top part of the table. Should be an interesting one. As Ben Hurd looks to bring in Sam Fanian, but can't find him. And then chips it on this near side for Chris Gosling. Gosling brings it down and brings in Josh Bryant. Bryant back for Gosling. Gosling turns inside one player, can't turn inside Marcus Marku, but in the end he wins a throw-in for his team. Bryant is it back off of Paul Symes. Bryant under pressure here. Gosling does well to keep it in. Gosling does very well, and then Cyrus Gordon comes thumping in, but it's going to result in a throw-in to Harlow. Taken on this near side by Chris Bourne. Isaac Pedro is going to the side there for some reason. Don't quite know what that was all about. It's going to be game's going to restart with a throw in. Chris Bourne will take it on this near side of the field. Bourne waving players away from him. Jake Nicholas was the nearest one into the area and easily dealt with, as Pedro will bring it for Ogbonna. Ogbonna forward, looking for Fanian, who does well. Guymer sends Ogbonna going. Here's David Ogbonna, looks for Sam Fanian. Sam Fanian's on the edge of the area here. Good defending in the end, but Isaac Pedro's going to have a go, and the shot stings the goalkeeper's palms, but no more. Good defending by Jack McQueen in the end, as Fanian looked as if he was going to pull the trigger. But the number 3 made sure that didn't happen. High kick forward by Bud onto the head of Chris Gosling. Cyrus Gordon heads it further forward, only as far as Ben Hurd, who finds Jagdev on that far side. Jagdev's robbed of the ball, though, by Kone Aziz. Kone Aziz coming forward. He goes down. It's going to be a free kick to Harlow. Free kick parallel to the edge of the 18-yard box on that far side of the field. Cyrus Gordon goes over, as does Ross Eltham. As Jack McQueen strolls up from the back. Hertford have pulled everybody bar Sam Fanian forward. Free kick to be taken by Ross Eltham, though, as the Harlow fans start to turn up the volume a little bit. 2-man, a Hertford ball in the way, not the biggest, Guymer and Jagdev. Eltham's going to take the kick. Referee starts getting to wait for a little bit. Just wants to have a little bit of a word with Harvey Gardner, Chris Gosling, Giampfi and Jack McQueen, are all doing a little bit of shoving. But, it's going to be Ross Eltham who's going to take the free kick for the visitors. Eltham with the right boot towards the near post, but doesn't beat the first man, who was Ben Hurd. Meanwhile, Fanian makes a nuisance of himself, and Pedro's got it for Hertford. Chance to break forward here. Here's David Ogbonna against Chris Bourne. Ogbonna's gone around the outside of Bourne. Ogbonna's brought down by Chris Bourne. That's going to be a yellow card. So a yellow card, I'm sure, will be the result of that. For Harlow's number 2. He had one go at David Ogbonna, couldn't bring him down, but succeeded second time round. The referee, Mr. Tarrant, wants a word. Hertford have got themselves a free kick. Left hand side of the penalty area. Referee, stern talking to here. But, and he is going for his notebook. So Chris Bourne's going to get a yellow card. Going to join his teammate Kone Aziz in the referee's book. Cyrus Gordon, the captain, was protesting his teammates' innocence, but Hertford got an opportunity here then. Ben Hurd's going to take the free kick. Giamfi's being called back. So Harlow are going to get everybody back, as Ben's going to take the free kick with the right boot. Referee just pointing to where the ball should be, and then decides that he wants to put Elsom and Cyrus Gordon another couple of yards back with his two-man Harlow wall. So here's Ben Hurd then with the free kick for Hertford. Referee retreats through 13 minutes of the second half. Ben Hurd curls it to the far post. Jagdev was coming in, but headed away fairly comfortably in the end. Agbonna loses out to Giamfi. Giamfi on this near side will find Jake Nicholas. Nicholas's ball is just, dribbles all the way along. You can hear what the Hertford crowd thought of it. It was almost a back pass to Luke Mewett, as Geimer brings in Jagdev on that far side. Geimer still going forward. He's brought down this time. Getting a little bit untidy out there. So Isaac Pedro will collect the ball for Hertford. Referee not producing a card. But Ben Hurd just lops it forward on that far side to Fanian. Here's Isaac Pedro. Pedro's got Jagdev outside him, decides to go backwards for Ben Hurd, who finds Paul Symes on the halfway line. Back into his own half for Harvey Gardner. Gardner, long ball forward, and Fanian's got it, but just managed, Jack McQueen manages to get Harlow out of problems, and it's Marcus Mark who thumps it out the ground on the far side. New ball arrives, and Hertford will have a throw-in, which will be taken on that far side of the field, midway inside the Harlow half by Ben Hurd. Looks for Jagdev. Jagdev hemmed in on that far side by two red shirts, manages to win his side a throw-in. Throws it a little bit further back for Ben Hurd to take the throw-in again. Ben asking the assistant where it should be taken from. Right parallel to the edge of the 18-yard area on that far side. Picks out Fanian. Back for Ben Hurd is Jagdev. Is Fanian inside the area. Puts it back for Ben Hurd. Chips it on this side for David Ogbonna. Ogbonna brings it down well. Oh, the shot bounces off the top of the crossbar. So close for David Ogbonna. Brought it down one touch and thumped with the right boot. Bud was nowhere near it, but it bounced off the top of the crossbar. So let off for Harlow. Hertford still lead here by a golden out. Sam Fanian from the penalty spot. But they won't come closer to adding to their advantage than that. Symes goes up, wins the ball well from Giamfi. Here's Isaac Pedro again, puts it through. Here's Ogbonna in a run against Bourne. Bourne this time was favourite and manages to get the ball back to his goalkeeper, who thumps it clear. Ball will break on this near side. Bryant will get it away from Nicholas, but only to Marku. Marku down the line for Nicholas. Nicholas puts it inside for Ross Elsom. Ross Elsom for the on-running Marku, but Harvey Gardner's there and mops it up for Hertford. Ben Hurd for Jagdev on that far side. Game's picked up in pace just a little bit. Hertford will have a throw-in. Ben Hurd will take it right on the halfway line. Ben looking for some movement, didn't get it, so delays things just a little bit. Gets it now from Sam Fanian, who's worked hard, the number 9. Fanian still going forward, but Atkinson sorts that out. Nicholas can't control it on the halfway line, and Bryant has it for Hertford. Finds Ogbonna. Ogbonna will dosh his back heel, looking for Pedro, but Pedro's beaten to it by Jack McQueen. Wants a free kick. Mr. Tarrant not interested. Ball breaks on this near side for Nicholas. Nicholas can't control it, but he has managed to win his side a throw-in. Throw will be taken by Chris Bourne on the halfway line. Bourne's got Ross Elsom coming towards him, but Bourne waves his team forward. I can tell you that full time as Roydon 2, Brentwood United 4. Aaron De Rosa got a couple of goals there for Roydon. There's throw to be taken midway inside the Hertford half by Chris Bourne. Onto the head of Giamfi, and Ben Hurd will get their header. Cyrus Gordon. Oh, Ben's missed it. Gordon fires in the shot, but it's well wide of the target. Nothing for Luke Mewett to worry about. So 17 minutes, second half gone here on 90 Minutes Live. in association with East Arts Radio. It's Hertford Town 1, Harlow 0. Hertford looking for their second win of the new season, as are Harlow for that matter, as Gardner picks it up on the far side, finds Ben Hurd. Hurd's progress delayed by Markey, but it goes over for a free kick. Goes Ben Hurd, and I think Marcus Markey might be finding himself in the book here. Referee reached for the book. Markey's reaction will tell you. I think it's going to be more than a strict telling off. And Harlow are about to make their third change of the game as well at the same time. So Marcus Markey is going to go in the book. As 3 Harlow players have been booked so far. A change is going to be made. It's going to be Dylan Gordon because, I think it's Dylan Gordon on that far side. Let's have a look and see what the board will tell us. Who's going to go off and who's going to come on. Marcus Markey gets waved away. And the sub still waits to come on that far side. There's your yellow card. And referee's assistant just making sure of things. It's Ross Elsom, I see, who's gone off, the number 6. So Elsom, who got a red card on Tuesday night against Chipstead, has departed at this time via the substitutes bench. And player coming on, we will tell you in a minute. As the board's been none too good. 14, it's actually Anthony Papadopoulos who's going to come on. So Harlow have used their full complement of substitutes. Hertford yet to make a change. It's on the halfway line. Isaac Pedro comes away with the ball. Down the line, looking for Fanian, but Atkinson, who's had a solid game, will find Bud, whose clearance lands with Isaac Pedro, gives it away to Marco, who's given it away to Ben Hurd. Finds Pedro again on that far side. Ben will get the ball back, bring in Paul Symes. Symes for Josh Bryant on this near side. Bryant forward, looking for Guymer, and Guymer had gone right. Bryant put the ball left. All breaks down. Jack McQueen will get it cleared to the halfway line to Giamfi. Chipped forward by Marku, looking for Nicholas. Chris Goslin waits for it to come down and then volleys it high into his own penalty area, but Gardner does well to find Mewett. Mewett for Gosling. Goslin does well to find Bonner. Bonner finds Guymer as Hertford trying to work their way out of trouble, but Jack McQueen puts the ball out for a throw-in. Tame United 0, Welling Garden City 1. Thomas Apuku has scored his first goal of the season. That will cheer Nicky Ironson up. Welling Garden City, who were really impressive in their last league game against Biggleswade, got their noses in front against Tame United as well. So far side of the field, it's Harlow who are coming forward, looking to get their noses back into this one, but Ben Hurd's in the way. Well, the ball will break to Papadopoulos, the substitute. Finds Markey. Cyrus Gordon for Chris Bourne. Bourne outside him for Nicholas. Jake Nicholas against Josh Bryant. Nicholas back for Marku, but Marku puts it straight into Bryant's midriff. And Hertford will come forward. Paul Symes, though, has to go backwards for a moment for Chris Goslin. And Goslin's given it away to Papadopoulos. Papadopoulos going forward. He's given it back to Goslin. Nobody can keep hold of it here. Jagdev's got it on the far side. And can give you one score from this division. Might surprise you. Hamwell 0, Staines 3. As Sam Fanian on that far side. That might put into perspective the performance of Hertford on Tuesday night when it only went down 1-0 at Staines. Staines 3-0 up against Hamwell. They've already been where this season, of course, on opening day. So, referee's going to want a little bit of work about Harvey Gardner on that far side. Maybe for something that's been said. 21 minutes of the second half gone here. It's Hertford 1, Harlow 0. Tightly fought local derby. Sam Fanian's penalty is what separates the two teams. Scored after 39 minutes when Elsom had brought Jagdev down in the box. Harvey Gardner on the far side has just had a bit of a lecture from the referee. He's having a word with the Hertford skipper Isaac Pedro. As a wait to take the throw-in on the far side. Gardner's not seen a card there, so quite sure. The referee just wanted the stern talking to. Ben Hurd will take the throw-in. Far side of the field. Only had 4 home wins all season last year, Hertford, of course. Hold on to this. We have number 1 already, this. But Fanian's given the ball away, but wins it back. Back heel finds Ben Hurd. Hurd chips it down the line again. I thought it got a touch of a Harlow player, but Fanian showing good strength there again. Brings in Hurd. Volleys the ball across. Bud comes out, none too sure, but in the end he manages to punch it away from Ogbonna. It's hooked clear by Chris Bourne. Gyamfi can't control the header, and Ben Hurd's going to get it back. Jagdev can't get it, and finally it's brought down by Marku. Papadopoulos has brought in Nicholas on this near side. Nicholas on the far side has got Kone as is, but once again the distribution's poor, and the ball runs harmlessly away for a goal kick to Hertford. Luke Newitt. He's got Gardner on one side, he's got Chris Goslin on the other, and Goslin is the one who gets the ball. Goslin striding forward on this left-hand side. Chris Goslin still going. Good run by Chris Goslin, but in the end he runs into Chris Bourne and he'll lob it towards Newitt, who comes out and collects it and just lets it dribble into his area before Gyamfi can get anywhere near him. So no real sign of any changes as far as Hertford are concerned at the moment. There's ball on the far side finds Jagdev. Back for Gardner. He's got Pedro in a bit of trouble there. Papadopoulos was quick onto it. Papadopoulos, the lanky substitute, brings in Jake Nicholas. Nicholas forward, but again it's a poor ball and Goslin will pounce on it for Hertford. Goslin puts it back for Luke Newitt. Newitt, the edge of his 6-yard box to the right-hand side, brings in Gardner. Gardner just stuttered in his step there, and Jagdev goes in with Marku, and Jagdev comes away with the ball. Jagdev's robbed of it though, 3 players against 1 it took there. Isaac Pedro goes in, Jagdev stayed down, worried for Hertford, but Fanian's got it on the halfway line, brings in Paul Symes. Paul Symes, long ball forward over Luke Geimer, he's not offside. Geimer's in here, right hand side of the box, tries to pull it across to Fanian, and it was Jack McQueen who got the boot in and gives Hertford a corner. Hertford United reserves have scored 5 now against Welwyn Garden City's under-23s. As far as we know in the other games, step 4, Ware is still 2-1 down against Uxbridge, and Welwyn Garden City are 1-0 up with a Thomas Apuku goal at Tame United. Meanwhile, Jagdev's getting some attention here from the physio. It's a worry. He's been outstanding so far this season, but I think he's going to get up and be okay. And Hertford are going to have a corner which will be taken on that far side. It's going to be their 5th one of the afternoon. To be fair, the delivery at the other 4 has been nothing too much to talk about. There is going to be a Hertford substitution now. So, and it is actually going to be Jagdev who's going to go off by the look of it. And substitute will come on. It's going to be Jagdev or Luke Geimer. I'm not quite sure actually. I think Jagdev's waiting to go on. I think Luke Geimer's about to go off. So it is indeed Luke Geimer who will go off. I think it looks like Dane Batt is going to come on, but I'll be 100% certain of that when he shows us the back of his shirt. So first change by Ben Hurd. It's an extensive chat between the substitute and the referee's assistant on that far side concludes, and substitute does come on to the field, who is indeed Dane Batt who comes on. So Dane Batt wearing the number 17 shirt will come on, and his first duty will be to take the corner on that far side, very much like for like really, in replacement. Dane Batt for Luke Geimer. As Harvey Gardner starts to make his way into the box with Chris Gosling. Once more, I've got everybody back round about the penalty area. Chipped corner comes in, out comes Bud. Good punch to Marku on the edge of the area. Ogbonna's robbed him of the ball, but it's a foul, says the referee. So Harlow will clear their lines with a free kick on the edge of their own 18-yard box. Be taken up by their goalkeeper, Rob Budd. Time running out for them if they want to get anything out of this one. 18 minutes left. And Hertford still in front thanks to Sam Fanian's 39th minute penalty. They've hit the bar in the second half through David Ogbonna. although Harlow have had one disallowed for offside. Papadopoulos goes down, referee waves play on. Cyrus Gordon puts the ball up far side, then comes into the box, but Goslin deals with that very easily. And Isaac Pedro will come forward, looking for the restored Jagdev on that far side. Has to turn away from the defender. Jagdev still going and manages to win a throw-in on that far side of the field of Francois Vermeil. It's going to be Ben Hurd who will take it. Finds Paul Symes. Symes goes down under challenge from Marku, and Symes immediately grabs his knee. If he was felt a little bit of pain as he went down there. Paul Symes, who was the one change from the Tuesday night team. Brandy Makuendi not involved in the squad, and Symes has had a tidy game in midfield. Forward by Chris Goslin. Here's Ogbonna. Ogbonna's on the edge of the area, couldn't get a shot in as Papadopoulos did well. Here's Dane Batt. Dane Batt turning right, turning left. Back to this left-hand side now for Josh Bryant. Here's Dane Batt again, the number 17. Finds Ben Hurd. Ben Hurd to his left for Dane Batt. Batt's got players outside him. He's got Ben Hurd with him. Here's Josh Bryant again. Keep ball once again by Hertford. Bryant for Ogbonna. Ogbonna turns inside one player. Turns inside two. Cyrus Gordon says he was brought down. Referee was right on the spot. But Hertford will get it back as Symes brings in Jagdev on that far side. Jagdev once again drifts inside to the edge of the box, but this time his ball forward is a loose one. And Harlow will let it run through to the goalkeeper Rob Budd. So Rob Budd, right-footed, downfield, onto the head of Josh Bryant, who did just about enough to put Gyamfi off. And Mewett clears it. Loose one on that far side by Luke Mewett, but luckily Harlow couldn't take advantage of it, and the goalkeeper rushes out once again and collects the ball at the feet of Kone Aziz. So Luke Mewett bowls it out to this near side where he has Chris Goslin waiting. Goslin for Dane Batt. Batt looks for Josh Bryant. Bryant for Paul Symes. Symes does well to find Harvey Gardner. Again, it's patient play inside their own half. Confident play by Hertford's young team. Here comes Isaac Pedro forward. Pedro for Dane Batt. Batt thought about a shot for a minute there. He might still think about it. Tries to find Fanian, but all comes to nothing in the end. This Hertford team, by the way, average age of just over 19. So certainly plenty of bright futures here in East Hertfordshire. As Chris Goslin puts it back to his goalkeeper Luke Mewett. Mewett chips it out on that far side. Kept in by Ben Hurd, is it? No, he can't. And the ball bounces into the dugout and goes away for a throw-in into the last 15. Harding for Bury Park here on 90 Minutes Live in association with East Herts Radio, wherever you're listening from. Thanks for your company. And certainly if you're in the Hertford area, you have a smile on your face at the moment. Home side are doing well. They lead here by a goal to nil as Pedro goes in with Jagdev. Pedro merges along with Papadopoulos, who's looked lively since he's come on. It's got to be said, the rangy number 14 has added something to that Harlow midfield. But it's going to be a free kick, which should be taken right on that far side. As Jake Nicholas, the number 12, one of 3 Harlow substitutes, comes across. I think he's going to fancy this one, and he is. He's going to swing it in with the left boot. Jack McQueen's made his way up from the back to add some aerial presence to that provided by Gyamfi. So the free kick be taken by Nicholas. High one inside the area. Here comes Mewett. Oh, just about got a punch to it. It breaks on this near side where Bourne shrugs Ogbonna aside and lets the ball go out for a throw into the Hawks. Nicholas is screaming for it, but Gordon decides he doesn't want to take that option. And in the end, he's going for the long throw. Jack McQueen's still up from the back. It's aims for McQueen. Bryant can't get it. It's as the shot comes in from Marku, blocked by Isaac Pedro. Player goes down who was Marku in the area. Half-hearted appeals for a penalty, but I don't really think even the players thought much about that one, let alone the referee. It's going to be another long throw, far side. Hugo Atkinson's come up from the back to take this one. Hertford got defending to be done again. Gyamfi's going to be the target once again, I should think. He's on the edge of the 6-yard box, just making his way a little further out now. Atkinson's throw, low trajectory onto Giamfi's head, behind harmlessly enough for a goal kick. So Harlow lost in the FA Cup at Waltham Abbey. They lost 1-0 at Tooting and Mitcham, lost 3-2 against Chipstead. And they're less than 15 minutes away from a 4th consecutive defeat here, as Ben Hurd helps it forward for Fanian. Fanian for Jagdev on that far side of the field. Jagdev coming in field, chips it forward where he thought Fanian had made the run, but he hadn't. And so the ball goes out harmlessly, and it will be a bud to clear from the goal away to our left. Long high kick forward. Gosling watches it go over his head. Here comes Mewett. And over the top of Harvey Gardner, who got a bit of a bang in on the head from his old goalkeeper there. He goes down. Giamfi goes down as well. And going to need some treatment here, I think. They're signalling immediately that Harvey needs the attention of the physio. Luke Mewett was very, very quick. Let's hope that's not as bad as it looks at the moment, because the referee's signalling. I think he's signalling for the other physio to come on as well. This will be a real shame. He's been a rock in that defence, as Harvey Gardner had such a good relationship with Chris Gosling. And, wow, he's down at the moment. Gosling's going away to the bench. And Harvey Gardner, I'm sad to report for you, hasn't actually moved since he had that clash with the goalkeeper. Let's hope he's going to be okay. Yeah, as they put him in the recovery position, which you always want to do. But Harvey's still not moved. Goalkeeper came out. I mean, nothing attached to it at all. It was a routine ball. It's one of those where the goalkeeper was going over the top of the centre half, and I think his knee might have caught Harvey's head as he came back down. And there is some concern here at Hardingford Berry Park, I'm sad to report. Hertford Town's Harvey Gardner is still down and has not moved since he had that clash with the goalkeeper Luke Mewett. Giamfi, nothing for him to be concerned about with his part in that, because he was just going for the ball as well. No blame apportioned. We just hope that Harvey Gardner is okay. We're going to be in for a considerable break in play here, I fear, because the physio is still doing the job, and it's just nice to see Harvey Gardner is finally sitting up. So that's a real positive sign. It's always worrying when you get a player down who doesn't move, and you do look for those slight encouraging signs. The first one is for the player to sit up, and that's exactly what's happening here. And so hopefully Harvey will be able to get back on his feet. He's going to get a big cheer when he does, there's no doubt about that. He's now looking up, and I think he's talking to the physio, which is another one of those very positive signs. And I think hopefully he will be okay. And the substitute who's stripped off and ready to come on, I think it's Kit Brown, who's the man who might well be coming on should Harvey not play any further part in this one. So we'll wait and see what they want to do in terms of substitutions. He's still down, chatting to the physio, and we're in for probably 4 or 5 minutes. Harvey Gardner gets to his feet. That's good to see. And fair play to the Harlow fans behind the goal, who are giving him a round of applause as well. Football's family comes together at moments like this. Harvey's still there with the physio, and he's there with both physios, in fact, checking on his well-being. Not sure whether he's going to be playing any further part or not. Referee's there as well. He's going to have to make an assessment, because when it does come to head injuries, there's definitely a very short protocol now for football, and that should be the case. Harvey's making his way off fairly gingerly on that far side with the physio there. Luke Mewett gets a pat on the back from Chris Gosling, and Hertford at the moment don't look like they're about to make a substitution. I'm not sure. Kit Brown's up and ready to go, but we'll see what happens. Physio, I think, is signalling back to the bench to Mark Simfield. I think it'll probably be Ben Hurd who'll go back into the back four. It'll be Paul Symes if Harvey can't play any further part. Hertford down to 10 at the moment. as the game restarts with Luke Mewett thumping it downfield. Jack McQueen heads it to the halfway line. Cyrus Gordon further forward. Paul Symes has dropped back into the back four in meantime. As on that far side, Kone Aziz managed to get the ball across the box. Gosling goes up with Giampfi. Nicholas has it on the edge of the area. Thought about the shot. Chance went away. Hertford will get it clear. Harvey Gardner's not going to play any further part in this one, which is sad to see. We'll check on his welfare after the game, and we'll let you know everything about it on Monday night's 90 Minutes, which you can catch from 7 o'clock where you're listening to this. Up in the air by Chris Bourne. Dane Batt heads it back towards Chris Gosling, and Bryant should clear it away from Nicholas. In fact, he lets the ball run out for a throw-in. And it's going to be a Hertford throw-in change about to be made. So Hertford are going to make the change. It's Harvey Gardner who's gone off. We, of course, wish him well. He's sitting on the bench, so at least that's a good, reasonable sign. But change about to be made, which means a little bit of reorganisation as far as Ben Hurd and his side are concerned. And once again, taking an age for the substitution to be made on that far side of the field. Substitution has been made now, and Kit Brown has come on. So very much an attack-minded player, and certainly primary school teacher. As he'll tell you on our 90 Minutes of last week, because Kit was our guest. And pleasure to talk to him as always. As ball breaks on this near side for Nicholas. Ball on the ricochets across the area, but Jagdev should manage to get it clear, and he finds Kit Brown. First touch for Ben Hurd. Ben's long ball forward down that right-hand side finds nobody at home. Just see how that's altered the scheme of things, as does look like Hertford almost are going with a back three here, with Kit Brown almost fitting in at right back, but they're coming forward now with David Ogbonna. Ogbonna against McQueen. Ogbonna tries to shot McQueen in the way, and Hertford will manage to get the ball clear in the Charlie Smith Challenge Cup. Buntingford Wanderers 0, Hertford Heath 5. So the Heath go marching on. They've had an excellent start to the season, and already got a performance of the week of past 1 week at 90 Minutes. So they're having a good start. Just down the road, they are based, of course, at Buntingford today. They advance in the cup. Hertford are looking for the 3 points here. We've got 5 minutes plus an appreciable chunk of injury time to be added on. Long kick forward by Budd to the chest of David Ogbonna, who brings it down. Ogbonna turns away from two players, tries to thread it through to Fanian on the far side. Kit Brown will endeavour to keep it in, but he wins his side a throw-in the end. I think I'm not quite sure whether it's Jagdev or Kit Brown who's playing right back in this new formation. I think Ben Hurd's playing in a more central position, that's for sure. But it's Jagdev who's going to take this throw-in, no doubt about that, midway inside the Hertford half. Gets it back off a Dane Batt. Jagdev forward again. Jagdev to the edge of the area. Ogbonna looks to set in Fanian, and Sackinson Joel. He got the slightest of touches, but it took it away from the number 9. Then to the arms of Rob Budd, who clears up a hurry up. Gosling watches it and bounces away from him and Giampfi back towards the halfway line, where Bourne's under pressure from Ogbonna, and here's Dane Batt for Hertford. Ogbonna's up there with him. Here's Dane Batt to the far side looking for Fanian, but it's over the top of him and the momentum's gone, but Hertford's still in possession. Here's Jagdev to Fanian. Fanian's giving it away. Harlow will come forward here, but Marco's control is terrible, and Fanian will get it back. Here's Jagdev, right-hand side. Jagdev going for a run into the box. Here's Jagdev again, but this time the defender does well, and the ball goes out for a throw-in to Hertford. Kit Brown jogs along the touchline, number 12. He will take the throw-in. But Isaac Pedro, probably the closest player to him, he's on the edge of the box. Here's Fanian offering himself now. Fanian, though, is beaten to it by Cyrus Gordon, and in the end he brings down Kone Aziz. And I think Sam Fanian might find himself in the referee's book here, Referee went fairly quickly for the notebook. Isaac Pedro's over there as well. And players being waved away. Cyrus Gordon's there as well. Pedro goes away, so does Gordon, and the referee wants a word with Sam Fanian. And he's having a word with the big number 9, who scored his first Hertford goal after 39 minutes from the penalty spot. That's what separates these two teams. But he's going to get himself in the referee's book here. So Fanian is booked, making fourth booking of the afternoon for our referee, Harry Tarrant. Bud's going to restart the game from the goal away to our left. 2 minutes plus time added on for stoppages, which I will probably put in the 5 or 6 region, but we wait to see. Long kick forward. Giamfi gets ahead of Chris Gosling, but in the end it just goes out and will be a goal kick to Hertford. Luke Mewitt's going to take his time. And why shouldn't he? It's the home side who lead here by a goal to 0. Elsewhere at step 4, Ware behind to Uxbridge, and Welwyn Garden City are 1 up at Tame United. So mixed messages from our step 4 teams. And meanwhile, down at step 5, last time we heard Oddiston were 2-0 down against Woodford in the FA Vars. So it's going to be Mewitt who's going to get a yellow card. So Mewitt becomes yellow card number 5 for time wasting. And Mewitt does that great thing when you've been booked for time wasting, which is to say referee what me protests and waste even more time, which is always a clever trick if you can pull it off. But Ben Hurd's there as well. He knows exactly what he's doing. But we'll see what the referee adds on. Yellow card is shown to Luke Mewitt, who looks just a little bit disgusted, but goes back and prepares to restart with the goal kick. So Mewitt will take it to Ben Hurd. Hurd's long ball forward to the halfway line. Kit Brown does well to win it in the air. Got a push in the back in doing so. Referee not interested. Atkinson comes forward for Harlow. Jagdev sorts that out though. Pedro slow on it though and allows Kode Aziz to pick his pocket. Pedro then manages to win the ball back. Here's Kit Brown for Hertford coming forward. Sends Fanian down that right hand side. The only man in the box is Ogbonna. The ball comes across. Ogbonna's making strides, but Jack McQueen was aware he was behind him and thumps it out on that far side of the field. Jagdev's going to take the throw in for Hertford Town. The first home league win of the season is what they're looking for here. As he chips it forward for Isaac Pedro. Jagdev will get it back. Here's Pedro, far side for Kit Brown. Brown down the line for Dane Batt. Batt's got Cyrus Gordon there with him. Kit Brown again. They do well. There's Dane Batt. Here's Sam Fanian. Here's Kit Brown. Oh, couldn't pull the trigger. Ogbonna. And in the end, it was a side footer tamely. Straight at Rob Budd. Couldn't make their mind up who was going to hit that one. Good clearance by Chris Gosling, though. Straight to Isaac Pedro, who brings Kit Brown into play on the far side. Hertford come forward again. Here's Kit Brown, gets it on the left foot, tries the shot, bounces off the defender. Pedro's won it back. Here's Sam Fanian. Dane Batt, he's got Ogbonna right inside of the box. Oh, side foots it and puts it over the top. David Ogbonna, hands on his face. He knows he should have done better. Went for the side footer. Put your boot through it and a bit of power. Might well have served Hertford more. Still 1-0. So chances, 1 minute of the time added on, of which we know not. So we'll keep going as Dane Batt lets it run for Ogbonna. Ogbonna again against Papadopoulos, who's impressed. Got to say, he's been certainly the most useful of the Harlow substitutes. Here is the big lanky number 14 again. Curse to the commentator as he steps on the ball and lets Pedro get back in contest with him. Chris Bourne forward for Marcus Marku. Marku back for Chris Bourne. Bourne to his left-hand side for Hugo Atkinson. Sam Fanian's there. Long ball forward. Great interception by Ben Hurd on that far side, who completes it by winning a throw-in for his side on the far side of the field. Hertford lead here. 1-0 at the park. Sunshine at Hardyford Park. 90 minutes live. And we're just homing in on 3 very important points for Hertford Town. Waltham Abbey did come on Tuesday night as Kit Brown heads it forward. Ball chipped forward, but Gosling goes up. He hasn't missed much in the air as Chris Gosling. He's not the tallest, but very dependable. Harlow coming forward again, but Dane Batt sorts that out. But here's Nicholas. Nicholas looks to go round Bryant. Nicholas chips it into the area. This time it's Ben Hurd who heads it down, and Symes who manages to get it away. Chris Bourne down this side looking for Jake Nicholas, but Bryant will pull it out for a throw in to the visitors. Bourne will take it for Cyrus Gordon. Cyrus Gordon has Papadopoulos screaming for it on that far side, and Papadopoulos thumps it high and wide, much to the delight of the Hertford fans away to our left-hand side. Coming up to 3 minutes, been added on by our referee, Mr. Tarrant, who looks at his watch. Mewett is going to complete the clearance. Can tell you where have been beaten at Wadsham Bar by Uxbridge, despite taking the lead through Dan Rumans. They've lost by 2-1. As Ogbonna goes up, the ball bounces off his back and goes out for a throw-in. It's Jack McQueen will take. Harlow have got to push everything forward if they want to get something out of this one. Bryant gets his head to the ball. Nicholas is there. Nicholas will get it back, but it's going to break on the edge of the area where Jagdev takes a chance, tries to get it away from Papadopoulos, and Isaac Pedro gets a big cheer as he thumps it out of the ground on the far side. In fact, it bounces off the top of the wall and straight to Hugo Atkinson, who will take the throw in for Harlow. Atkinson down the line for Marcus Marco. As two Hertford players clash, Dane Batt decides long ball forward will be the best option, and Fanian makes an use of himself. He has done all afternoon for Hugo Atkinson. Fanian showing a good bit of pace and strength, has got it down there by the corner flag. Sam Fanian, first time I've seen him, he's been impressive as he managed to wrestle the ball away from Atkinson, and in the end he wins a Hertford a throw in. So from a Hertford perspective, very much at the right end. Jagdev will just trot down the touchline, prepare to take the throw for the home side. Hertford fans trying to sing their team home, as Jagdev will find Kit Brown. Kit controls it away from the defender, goes for the corner flag. Kit Brown still down by the corner flag. Does a good job of holding the ball in there. The ball's ricocheting away like a wet piece of soap, and in the end it comes out to Jagdev. Jagdev turns once, turns twice. Even I look giddy watching that, but ball managed to finally get clear as far as Harlow are concerned. Paul Symes will thump it in the air, but not before Harlow won a free kick. Got to take it quickly. Kone Aziz will leave it, and free kick will be taken inside the Harlow half. Look at the watch, tells me the referee's played 5 over the top so far in this second half. Can't be long left. Not going to send the goalkeeper Bud forward. It's going to be Chris Bourne who's going to take the kick. Chris Bourne with the left boot to the edge of the area. Up goes Paul Symes and out by Ogbonna, and that's going to be the last action of the match here. Big cheer from the home crowd. Sam Fanian's 39th minute penalty has proved the difference between the two here. And the local derby, it's finished Hertford Town 1, Harlow Town 0. Hertford march on. Harlow condemned to their 4th consecutive defeat so far this season, and another notch forward for Ben Hurd's young side. They were impressive at times this afternoon. Harlow's only real opportunity was one that Giamfi bundled in, which was ruled out for offside. Apart from that, Luke Mewett didn't have a save to make, and at the other end in the second half, David Ogbonna cannoned one off the Harlow crossbar. Hope you've enjoyed our coverage here on 90 Minutes Live. Live football will be back in this seat at the Bark on Tuesday night when Waltham Abbey are the visitors. We'll look forward to that one. Till then, thanks for your company. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll leave you with the full-time score. Hertford Town 1, Harlow Town 0.